thank you very much for your time. My name is Colin McNally. I own and manage CJM, Project Financial Management Limited, and basically I'm going to now take you through some of the things we do. Our main focus, we do accountancy, services for economic development, and also do a lot of work in the third sector. How do we do this? We basically spend a lot of time basically making sure we have a good, strong, flexible team. So we basically have cyber essentials in terms of making sure we're secure in terms of the work we do. We basically focused on the Scottish Business Pledge, we've signed up to that, and we're also a living wage employer. We are 10 years old, this is the team. Everyone from Lindsay there to Lucy, who you'll hear about, Alan, Willie, Julia, myself there in the picture, and Sal, who does a lot for marketing. We put clients first. We basically ask them to put down their financial burdens, and we really try and kind of work with them to basically develop the best financial advice we can give them. Do financial management advice, financial strategy, business planning, financial forecasting, cash flow forecasting, project financial management, management accounting, and overhead management. We cover and work with a range of grant funders, loan funders, surgeries, bank funding, fisheries and food grants, crowdfunding, invoice factoring. We basically work with companies to deliver a financial support for them. We currently work with a range of organisations, everything from a number of councils, through to small local groups, through to basically businesses which are about to start exporting, the likes of Sandart down in the Fleece and Galloway, JG Finlay, basically roads. We cover sectors, we cover manufacturing, we cover retail. We do everything from building projects. We basically provide the financial management into the Key Zone at Girvan. Diane Teo down here, T30, who basically has now got a global 2 million people product, which basically allows her to develop a fitness version for her. Manufacturing, that was an RSA grant for a very large scale laser cutter, and also economic investment through a leader funder for basically into an ecopod, again down in the Fleece and Galloway. So we work with a very large variety of businesses and organisations. The one we're going to talk about today is Balgray Estates. How did we get this contract? This was through the Fleece and Galloway. It was basically passed through when we were talking to our client, through Alan McNaught, who's the team leader down there. We were then basically passed a document to go and support Balgray Estates. We gained from them a growth accelerator support application, which basically gave us the information, and within 24 hours we contacted the client. We arranged an initial call, and basically 15 to 30 minutes call, really just to get to know the client, get to know the project, and understand basically where we're going to be. That call then leads to a very quick, within about a week, on-site, face-to-face meeting, and in this instance, the Business Gateway advisor came with us. We sat down, we actually round and toured the buildings you've just seen in the recent photographs. What after that happens is with the client, we work on a project timetable. And that way we get to understand what their deliverables are, what their outcomes are, what they want to see from us, how we work with them, when they want us to work with them, and then in turn we continuously work with Business Gateway to make sure that happens. The Balgray Estate is home to the Jardine Patterson family, has been for now nearly 150, 200 years. Part of the Jardine banking family from across in Singapore and Hong Kong. They invested here over the years. The business basically is a full estate, 3 farms, numerous cottages, and basically a main estate including a main mansion house, full grounds, stables, and a number of other assets they're now trying to look at. The business has been now taken over by the son of the previous owner, and he's now looking to understand what assets he's got and how he's going to develop them fully, and actually in the end make this a more profitable estate than it was. We were there to support them in developing the house and the grounds and the stables into a very modern, premium, boutique wedding and conference venue. How do we do this? We basically started looking at the end, turn around and saying, what did the client want, and working with them on it. So really a deep down review of basically what is going on in the marketplace, what their business is currently about, what they've already got as assets, looking at actually what they've got in terms of basically income coming in, expenses going out, and really turning around and saying, how could we add value to this current estate? Part of that main documentation was a business plan, to really go through and get that written down and documented for both David and Amelia, the owners of the estate. And lastly, a 5-year set of financial projections to allow them to see, is this a viable option? We use our own Pathfinder methodology. We created this many years ago along with Abertay University, and this basically is the basis of what we do. We basically build on modules within that methodology, and which is completely unique to us. We then basically take that and add it into the business plan, the financial forecasting, and really the way we work. So with Balgray, what did we want to do? Very quickly, same with every other client we've got, we must quickly understand the need. We've only got a number of days in a project, so therefore we understand the need quickly, we understand the people quickly. This is a relationship game. We get to know them, get to know their business, get to know their employees, their managers. We focus on where we invest our time and where the gateway service wants us to invest our time to get the best outcomes. We understand the fit of the project within the wider business. We make sure that whatever the project is, there is no implications to the wider business. And also, key to this is appreciating the funding available. What funding can they get? What funding do they need? And what's the funding gap? What we call a skeleton business plan is where we start. We basically take the bare information we've got from both the advisor, from the initial meetings, market research we've done, and build a skeleton plan. And that covers the estate and the plan that basically we're about to go into. So we review market research as a key part of this business planning process. Key aspects that relate to this specific project, the demographics, the local area, other competitors. We spend a considerable time in this area. This is key to it. This will basically drive our thought for sales and what this basic business plan can actually deliver. The next section we do is look at actually what it's going to cost. Now we'll work with architects, we'll work with the client, we'll work with builders. We'll basically gather as much information on the costing it's going to take to deliver this project. In this instance, this was a very large scale project. It was around £2 million estimated. Obviously, we continually look and check in with the client to see where we're going in the right direction. And we use Excel for this. We use a forecasting tool that we've got, we build on that, and that's the same basis we're working with every client. The key aspect then looks at sales. Using the market research information we have in this estate, we had to look at everything. From corporate events, weddings, they already have a large shooting estate, which unfortunately the people in that estate, when they come to shoot, are living off-site. So therefore they need accommodation on site. We've already got an immediate income stream there. Weddings, banquets, accommodation. What phase do you do the accommodation in? In this instance we looked at phased cottages and then onto the main house. And obviously the business corporate sector. And then in turn, the cost of sales related to that. How do you turn around and look at your cost of sales for each of these aspects, how much you're going to actually have to deliver to make the project work? The other area we need to look at is staffing. This is a big staffing venture. So basically we take a look and understand exactly the core staff, the staff that are going to be there all the time, how much wages are going to be paid, all the additional costs, national insurance, pensions. Then we look at event staff. Because we need to understand for each event how much is it going to cost for us to deliver that for the client. Working out how much the sales are going to generate, what basically the staffing is going to be needed. Then we bring it all together. In this instance, a 5-year projected financial plan. Turn around and looking at an Excel format, in front of you an overview, looking at the capital expenditure and every overhead that we believe is going to be part of this project. All the ongoing maintenance, every other cost we can think of that relates to the delivery of this plan, and in turn, the profitability of this 5-year project. We will then review these financials with the client, along with the full work business plan. We'll create a document for them, and we'll continuously challenge and build, both from the client and ourselves, to really make sure this is a well thought out process. This is the type of document we provide for clients. A full-blown business plan. Executive summary, really punchy, sharp, short document that really turns around and says what this project's about and what it will deliver. Looking through the history, the details of the business, details of products and services, the market demand, that market research I was talking about, through the employees, the premises, all the legals, and then we add in things like the summary financials that I've just talked about, providing full cash flow, project financial analysis, profit and loss accounts, balance sheet, and then any appendices we feel as though it's needed to back up certain aspects of this. At the end of the day, each client has different needs. We We approach them differently, but using the exact same core methodology. So therefore, we look forward to working with clients in these fairs.